Now, shifting our focus, President Park Geun-hye returned to Korea earlier this Wednesday afternoon, concluding her trip to Russia for the G20 Summit in Saint Petersburg and a 5-day state visit to Vietnam. Arirang News' Yeon-ji has a wrap-up of the president's trips overseas.
President Park Geun-hye made her debut on the stage of multilateral diplomacy at the G20 Summit in Saint Petersburg, Russia, last week. Experts have given the president high marks for her leadership at the G20 Summit in her role as a facilitator between developed and emerging nations. She called on developed nations to be careful when bringing their stimulus measures to an end, considering the negative impact the action could have on emerging markets. In her keynote speech at the G20, President Park suggested new approaches for tackling the global economic downturn. Her ideas include managing a disciplined market economy and her vision for what she calls a creative economy, which involves creating new jobs through the creative fusion of technology with other industries. On the sidelines of the G20, President Park met with the leaders of Italy, Germany, Kazakhstan, and Russia. She also made contact with U.S. President Barack Obama and Chinese leader Xi Jinping. After the G20, President Park flew to Vietnam, where she launched a diplomatic drive to promote Korea's economic interests in the Southeast Asian country. Her sales diplomacy, as it is known in Korea, appears to have had a positive effect. On Monday, President Park and Vietnamese President Truong Tan Sang agreed to conclude a comprehensive bilateral trade agreement next year. The two leaders pledged to triple the trade volume between the two nations to $70 billion by 2020. In particular, President Park boosted the prospects for Korean firms seeking nuclear power plant contracts in Vietnam, which aims to build 10 nuclear reactors by 2030. Vietnam also pledged to support Korean companies interested in participating in various energy and infrastructure projects. For its part, Korea promised Vietnam a series of development aid projects. In particular, Korea will set up a science technology research institute in Vietnam, modeled after the Korea Institute of Science and Technology. Yeon-ji, Arirang News.